Hi and Assalamualaikum. We meet again in subchapter 4.2. In this chapter, we will look into the characteristics of public procurement. Firstly, it is driven by government program, meaning purchases are based on strategic priorities set by ministries, agencies, or legislation. Second is interest costs. Some large purchases may involve borrowing or financing, so interest and timing become part of the consideration. Next is source of authority. In public procurement, purchases must follow legal procedures, and there's often a long chain of approval to ensure accountability. And of course, there are budgetary restrictions. Public agencies can't just spend money freely. They are limited by allocated budgets. These rules and limitations help maintain trust, but they also make the process more complex than in the private sector. This slide is really important. It explains the different ways public agencies can go about making purchases. The method used depends on the value, urgency, and nature of the item or services. First, for small dollar purchases, agencies can buy directly without competitive bidding. These are low-risk items under a certain price threshold. Then there's request for quotation or RFQ. This is for mid-range amount, small enough not to need a formal bid, but big enough to justify comparing offers. Next, we have invitation for bids. It's a more formal process used for high-value purchases, where price is usually the key deciding factors. And we have request for proposal or RFP. This is used when the agency needs something complex, like consulting or IT services, where technical factors are more important than just prices. Then we have special cases, such as emergency purchases, using during natural disaster or when public safety is at risk. We also have sole source purchases, where when only one vendor can provide the product. And lastly, we have negotiated acquisitions, which are often tied to sole source or exempt services like utilities and infrastructures. And this slide focuses on ethics in the bid process, which is a big deal in public procurement. The first rule is that contracts should be awarded through open and competitive bidding. This ensures fairness and helps prevent corruption. Usually, price plays a big role, but agencies also consider quality, timeliness, and other factors. Upcoming purchasing needs should be advertised publicly, either online or in print or both, so that all suppliers have an equal chance to compete. Also, bid lists are used to manage vendors for frequently purchased items. This helps streamline the process and ensure a pool of reliable suppliers. The goal here is to make sure the process is fair, transparent, and accountable, because when public trust is lost, everything else falls apart. So that's all for subchapter 4.2. See you again in subchapter 4.3.